Well, hello everybody and welcome back if you've been before. If you've not been before and you've found me by accident, then this is a channel that's about cross stitch really, although I might have a whinge and a moan about other stuff at the same time. But yeah, predominantly cross stitch, and it's Flosstube number 4. So I have actually made notes this time. I am prepared. So I've been logging down what I've been stitching on, and I've been really good. I'd started with a little diary that I got from Amazon, and then I found this Mill Hill calendar. It's only a £5 on, I think it was 123 Stitch I found it, and it's so easy just to write everything down. So I've been doing that, and this video mainly is going to focus on what I did in February. I know that today it is the 10th of March, so I'm a bit behind, but I didn't really have a schedule as to how often I was going to do these, so it is what it is. But anyway, so this is my little tracker for February. So I'm going to show you what I've stitched on. So I have stitched on Nightingale. I was on a week's annual leave at the beginning of Feb, and I absolutely fell in love with that, so I didn't put it down for like a full week. Then I did some of the Twisted Rainbow sampler. Then I did Serenity Harbour and a bit of Blossom, and then I did actually have 2 finishes. Well, the second finish went over into the beginning of March, but still. So the other 2 I've worked on are actual finishes. So let's see what we've got first. So first of all, this is Nightingale. Now I stitched on her, like I said, for 7 days. Let's just get her the right way up. Where is she? Here we are. So I stitched on her for 7 days. She is on a fabric from Chromatic Alchemy called Saturnine. It was a fabric of the month, but it's a 28 count. When I did fabric of the month, I got 32 count for a year, and then I decided to switch to 28. So I'll put a picture in that'll show you what she's like when she's finished. But she's absolutely gorgeous. It's mainly DMC. I think there's a couple of like specialist ones, but I can't remember what they are. I've not made notes on that clearly. But I'm doing it in all the called for flosses. So I started her on the 28th of Feb, and this is 7 days worth. She's absolutely gorgeous, and really I had to resist getting her back out or just carry on stitching on her, but as several of us have, I've got several whips, so I thought no, I'm just going to put her away and get something else out. But that was quite literally having to make myself put her away. I don't count stitches. The only time I do that is if I am using Pattern Keeper, which she's not on. So that is Nightingale. Let's put her away. I will straighten them up after, so people that are neat freaks don't freak out. Then the second one I stitched on was my Twisted Rainbow sampler. Now this is from Northern Expressions Needlework, and it got 4 days worth of stitching. It's on 32 count, I think it's Wygart linen in charcoal. You can buy several packs of colours for this, and I went with the Dinky Dyes. Arts and Designs do like a pack, so if you look on their specialist threads, they do packs for a lot of the Northern Expressions needlework, so you don't have to worry about making sure you've got the right ones. So this pattern comes in a cross stitch only and a specialist stitch one, which I didn't know at the time, but I'm glad I didn't. Otherwise I'd probably just have played it safe and gone with the just the cross stitch. But I absolutely adore the specialist stitches. So I did this row, this butterfly row, which I want to say is band 7. So I think I'm almost halfway through now. I've not unrolled it, there's more under there. But yeah, I think I'm halfway through. So it consists of alternating bands of cross stitch, specialist stitches, cross stitch, specialist, as you would expect. And the colours on it are just stunning. I absolutely adore it. So yeah, it took me ages to do this because you kind of do one half and then you come back and you do the other half. So it feels like it takes a lot longer really. And these are, I'm on the long rows now, so these feel like you're doing it for ages. So I thought, no, I can't, I'll have to leave it and come back and do the specialist row. I think the next specialist row consists of, I think it's 5, it's another thick band like this. I think it's 5 rows of specialist stitches, so that'll take a while to do as well. But it's lovely to stitch. I absolutely adore stitching with silks. And this black fabric, I know a lot of people like a light underneath, but that confuses my eyes. So I have a light and magnifier, and as long as I've got a really good light on the top of it, I'm fine. I don't find it difficult to stitch on. But a light underneath proper makes my eyes go weird, so I can't do it like that. But if you're scared of dark fabric, don't be, just have a crack. So then, what did I stitch on then? Oh, Serenity Harbour. So this is a By the Bay needle art. It was a stitch along, I think, initially. But now you can just get the pattern. But I did, how much did I do? I did 3 days on this. Now, the bits that I've done are the easy bits. So I'll put a picture up of what it's like when it's finished. Let me zoom you back out. But I did, in those 3 days, I did parts 2 and 3. So I'd already done this bit here. I think it was this actually. Down to about here as part 1. Then this was part 2 and this was part 3. The next parts are getting into full coverage, so they're not going to be as quick. It will not take me 3 days to do 2 parts. So I did put it away because I thought I'm going to be stitching on it for God knows how long. So like I said, each section from now is more or less full coverage, so it will take longer. It's a really, really long sampler, but it's absolutely beautiful. And my friend Pam, who's on Instagram, if you look for her, Pam Banks, she's got, I think it's over halfway, and it's absolutely beautiful. Hence, I thought, no, I've got to have it. But yeah, this is the top of a tree, and this is top of another tree. I think the next bit is some sea and stuff like that. So yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. This is on a 32 count Zweigart linen, just called Blush. And the floss is all DMC, so I'm just doing it in that, as it says. She does suggest on her blog that you can change the colours to suit, so you don't have to, if you don't want this pink for the flowers, you can change it. Well, I suppose you can with every pattern. But I just love how it looks as it is, so I don't want to change anything. So yeah, so that's that one. Like I said, I will fold them up properly, don't freak out. Then I got Blossom out because I thought I've not stitched on her forever. Am I the right way up? No. So Blossom is a Mirabilia pattern. She only got 2 days because I started and then I was like, oh no, that's the wrong way. It's that way. I just want feeling it. Now I'll put a picture in of what she looks like when she's done. But I bought her because I had done Princess Eliana and absolutely loved it. And the colours in this are really, really similar. So I thought it'd make a good kind of a companion piece, really. She's on a 28 count linen from Sparkly's called Slightly Scarlet. And all the threads are just the called for. As far as I can remember, it's all DMC. So there's no faffing around. But again, she's really, really pretty and I adore this bloody fabric. It's gorgeous. So yeah, she didn't get much time, but you know, it is what it is. So that's her. Then the other 2 that I've stitched on have been finishes. So the first one I finished was a Madame Chantilly called Celebrate Summer. Now, there's a series of, there's absolutely loads. There's obviously summer, spring, autumn and winter. But there is also Easter, Christmas. I want to say there's a 4th of July one as well. But, oh, it's so pretty. This got 5 days. I had done, I'd done up to this bit, so I only had to do this bit and the summer, this bit. So really the top, all from here up, was all done. So it was literally just below that I had to do the last shelf. She is on a 32 count Zweigart linen, just in raw, and all the threads are the called for DMC, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty, and it's done. I'm going to do it, I think, back it just onto some board and then do it as like a little wall hanging thing. Bloody love this seagull. I love it all. The only thing I've changed on this, now Mary at Create Nostalgia had stitched this, and these two little fishes are white, and Mary said she felt it was a bit unbalanced because there's this gorgeous yellow up the top needed to be kind of brought down so it draws your eye down, and I'm really glad I changed it. I just love it. It's so pretty. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be, so I am in two minds. My plan was to like put it on a board with a bit of you know, the wadding stuff, and then do it as like a wall hanging, but because it's so big I'm kind of tempted to frame it, but we'll see. So yeah, that's Madame Chantilly's Celebrate Summer. Bloody love it. Then the other one that I stitched on that was actually a finish was Dreaming Girl by Barbara Anna. Now, I'd done, again, I think I'd done half of this pattern. I think I'd done nearly all of this. I think I had these to finish. So I did these, and then I did these houses and stuff. And then I thought, right, I'm just going to put it away. But then when I looked at what were left of the pattern, which was essentially this bit, I thought, actually, I might as well just finish her. So I thought, whatever, let's do it. So she is a finish. She is on 32 count even weave from Chromatic Alchemy called Cirrus. I had done her, I thought it, I don't know why I did it, but you know when you look and you think, oh, that'll do that size. And I started smack back in the middle of the biggest piece of bloody fabric you can get, and then realised actually it's really small. And I was so mad with myself. So I have cut around the edge, and I've got 4 decent sized pieces that'll probably do another 2 of her Dreaming Girls on. But it's just a bloody, what a waste. I'm so mad with myself. But yeah, she's a finish, absolutely gorgeous. It's a second Barbara Anna I've finished. I also did the Dreaming of Van Gogh for my daughter for Christmas. But look how beautiful she is. Just love it. I love all the little elements in it. It's totally not what I'd normally stitch, but I do really, really love it. So yeah, that's her. Right, so that's it for stitching. I have got, frankly, it's a bit embarrassing. So, someone told me on Instagram, everything you buy, save it, put it in like a bag or whatever, so you can do a stash enhancement on your next video. So I thought, oh yeah, that's a really good idea. Now, I do buy cross-stitch stuff left, right and centre. I know I do, but I've never really seen it in one pile, because what I tend to do is I buy it and then I put it away. So this stash, shameful stash, has been acquired, I think we had a Create Nostalgia trip in, I want to say January, or it might have been beginning of Feb, can't remember. So there is a chunk from Create Nostalgia, because we go there usually like every 3 months type, me, Pam and my friend Alison. And when we go, we do spend a lot, because you only go like every 3 months, so I didn't actually spend that much this time. So that's in this pile, and then everything else I've bought since the end of January, I have kept in a pile. And it's made me realise just how much I spend on cross stitch. Now, in my defence, I do lots of, I work full time and I do lots of extra hours. So, anyway, it's just a bit embarrassing. So, here we go. Let me zoom it out and then you can see it properly. So I'm going to work from newest backwards, right? So this one, I have been after these forever, and I've drooled over them forever, and I thought, no, I'm not going to get them. And then I thought, why? Why am I denying myself the nicer things in life? Because you live once, life's usually a bit shit, and then you die. So I thought, I'm just going to get them. I'm a bit obsessed with these seasonal type stitches, and if I have one, I have to have the others. So I have bought two, and I absolutely plan to get some more. So we're going on a random stitch a day with some people off Instagram to create nostalgia, because Mary has a garden room that she does like stitching classes in and stuff. So we're going to go for a stitch a day. We're going to have a shop in the shop, and then we're going to sit in Mary's garden room and do a lot of stitching. So this is the autumn garland from Madame Chantilly. So it comes with obviously the garland pattern, but then you also get this pattern, which is the nest off of this, but it's got words underneath and it's charted separately. So it's just, I mean, how pretty is that? How can you not like that? So I got the autumn one, and then the winter one is my favourite, I think. Absolutely love. Red is one of my favourite colours, so it's a no-brainer really. Absolutely adore that. And again, the pillow one is charted separately with the writing on. So yeah, there is summer and spring to get. I fully intend to buy that. So there you go. Absolutely gorgeous. Love them. Then I've got, where's the other one? Oh well, we'll get to them. This is number 4. So these last 3 I got from Create Nostalgia in the post the other day. So I'm collecting all these Postman series from Cottage Garden Samplings, and it's a new series. So this is number 4, the Postman. I have bought some linen that's in the bottom of here for a couple of them. So it says it's on, I want to say, what's it called? Chocolate Milk Linen by Fabrics by Stephanie. I couldn't find it, so I have bought some from Patchwork Rabbit, which is in this pile I'll get to. But I've only bought enough to do a couple to make sure that I like it. So yeah, that's number 4. Then I've been waiting for this to come into stock. So this is the embellishment pack for Nightingale. So when I bought the pattern, the bead pack was out of stock, so I'd priced them up at somewhere else, I think, can't remember where it was, and it worked out a lot more pricey, so I thought, no, I'll just wait for the pack to come in stock, and it did, so I got it, and then at least I've just got it then. Now, I do buy a few patterns online, so this is a pattern from, is it Cherry Hill? Yeah, Cherry Hill Stitchery. So 3 of my colleagues, obviously I'm a midwife, so 3 of my midwife mates are up the duff. They're all due at the same time, so it's clearly something in the water. One, it's a first baby, and 2 of them, is it Jenny's? I want to say it's Jenny's 3rd, maybe a 4th. I think it's a 3rd. And it's Nat's 2nd baby, but it's lovely Lily's 1st baby. So I thought, that's only little. I wonder if I can knock out 3 of them, because they're all about, I think they're all 30 weeks-ish now. So I wonder if I can whiz out 3 of them, because it's only small. I can't remember how much this was. But yeah, I just thought it were really cute. I don't like all the twee pastel type samplers for babies, but I like this because it's a bit more modern. Then this is the Star Woman Sal from Barbara Anna Designs. Now, can I show you that? I shouldn't really show you the pattern, so I'll give you a quick flash. So there you go. So this is a sal that we released, I think, in 3 parts that my friend's done. So she's given me her copy, but we won't tell anyone. I love Barbara Anna. The only thing is, I do not like a sal that they don't show you the finished product. I'm not into that. I like to see what it's like first. I don't want to have a surprise at the end and go, do you know what, I really don't like it. So I do like this a lot. It's lovely. Oh, and then Pam, somebody on Instagram sent, sent Pam a load of patterns, just gifted her ones. This is a Nora Corbett White Clover. It's from the Poison Pixies one. and she said did I want some, so she's given me a copy of that because I really love it. Not that I need any more patterns. Oh, here you go. Now I have bought this twice because I'm an idiot, so I'm giving that to a friend. So these are 2 more. So I already had 1, so I bought 2. So this is the clown, this is the 2nd in the series, and then the shepherd, which is the 3rd. But they're just really lovely. They're just a bit different, that's all, and I love different stuff. Then I'll get to that. So then again, this is Create Nostalgia shopping, so I got that. I love Madame Chantilly ones. I thought that'd be nice at bathroom maybe. I love C-type ones, it's really lovely. It's bigger than I thought it were actually. I thought it were only tiny, but it's actually 236 by 102 stitches. But yeah, absolutely love that. Then I'm doing, is it Quilting Bee? I always want to call it something else. Anyway, so there's 2 more. So there's Sleeping Bee and Tudor Bee. So I got Tudor Bee when I were at Create Nostalgia last time. Absolutely love, I love the Quilting Bee, it's gorgeous. So I'm going to do the others because I've got Sleeping Bee in this pile. Oh, there you go, look. Sleeping Bee. So I'm going to do them all on 40 count. So I'm doing Quilting Bee on 40 count at the minute. So I'm going to do these on the same. But this one, the Sleeping Bee, is really similar to Quilting Bee. The body looks nearly the same, but I love them so much. Again, no idea. People have any idea on what to do? I don't like them done as cushions because I would be freaking out. If you're using it as a cushion, I'd be freaking out that somebody's going to... I've got 2 cats and I know one of them is a knob and he would just pluck it, I know he would. So yeah, so I've got the Blue Flowers, Quilting Bee. Oh, no, I haven't. I've already got Quilting Bee. Sleeping Bee and Tudor Bee. Absolutely adore them. Love them. Ironically, in real life, I can't stand bees, but there you go. Now, when I said about I got some some fabric for the snowmen, so this is what I got from Patchwork Rabbit. Because from what I could see, it's as near as damn it to the chocolate milk one by Fabrics from Stephanie. So this is called Eastwick. It's from Needle and Flax and it's a 36 count. But it's just a lovely, it's not coming up, it's looking more grey on the camera actually. But it's just a gorgeous chocolatey colour. Absolutely love it. And I think it will do maybe 2. I don't know if it'll do 3. I've not actually measured it. I just bought, what did I buy? I just bought a fat 8. So whether or not it'll do 2 or 3, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I'll buy some more to do the others if it looks as good as I think it will. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, that. Da, da, da. I love how you get the fabric from Patchwork Rabbit. How it just comes in a little... How cute is that? Then... Bloody Puntini, damn it, had a sale on her website. I absolutely, not website, I think it was Etsy. I absolutely bloody adore all her stuff. I mean, they're so nice. So I thought, I'm just going to have it. I think they were all about £6 or something in the sale. But I love that one. Now, Mouse Potato Designs are stitching this, but what she's doing is like these little flossies. She's actually doing looped strands and stitching it as if it's like a 3D floss piece. But yeah, so that would be an idea to do. Obviously, if you buy it like this, you don't get any buttons with it. Because I know if you buy the actual paper charts in a shop, usually it'll have buttons with it anyway. But Create Nostalgia has every button you could ever want, so I can get them after. Then, oh, the irony, I got this one. Lies I tell myself. This pile has made me think, do you know what, I can't buy any more for ages. I just can't, like, there's a cost of living crisis on, people can't pay the bills. But then the other side of my brain says, do you know what, you work really fecking hard and I do all them extra shifts, so why bloody shouldn't I? But anyway, it's like a war you have with yourself in it. But I adore this. this is really cute. Every single pattern I buy, I go, oh, I really want to do this, and then something else will crop up and I'll do something else. But anyway, so that one, beautiful. Again, these were cheap in the sale. Now, this one I haven't bought, but I put it in to remind me that I bought the flosses for it at Create Nostalgia. I also bought the fabric, which is at the bottom here, to do this one. So this is B Notes, or is it Busy Notes? That's it. So then I bought this ages ago. So I bought this pattern last year, but I didn't know it was part of a series. So I went to Create Nostalgia and I discovered that it's a series, which is always fatal. So of course I had to have the other ones. So I've also got Merry Notes, because how cute is that? Absolutely love that. And I bought Winter Notes. Now these are only small. How big are they? Let's have a look. They're only 51 by 75 stitches, so they're only small. But like I keep saying to myself, how many seasonal stitches do you need? But I can't help myself because they're so nice. So yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, if I get one, I have to get all. So this is Summer Notes. Really, really cute. And like the little B button, like I said, Mary at Create Nostalgia has all the buttons. And Spring Notes. Again, there's a sheep button on this, and a little heart and stuff. And I got Autumn Notes. So this one's got like an acorn and a blackbird button on it. So I got them there. Oh, just love them so much. Then again, this is Create Nostalgia. So I saw this and I just thought that's a cute quick stitch. So this is the Bumble Honey Company, and it's by Cherry Hill Stitchery. All these, by the way, are by Shepherd's Bush. But yeah, I thought that were really cute. I love bee type stuff. Then I saw these, somebody was stitching these. I saw these last year and I thought, oh, I'll have to look where they are. But I never did. And then who else? There's somebody on Instagram put on about them, and Hannah Wollstonehome on Instagram messaged me and said, oh, they have them on Amazon. And they were cheaper than another website that was selling them, so I got them from there. So these are the Stony Creek collection of the In the Village ones. This is Spring in the Village. So as it shows you, you can also stitch them separately if you want. But look how sweet they are. I think they're really cute. And it's like, it's a booklet, not just a pattern, if you know what I mean. So yes, I got, obviously, as we've already said, if I have one, I have to have them all. So I got Summer in the Village as well. They're just so nice. And like, again, you can stitch them separately if you really want. I got Autumn in the Village. I love this one. I think I like the colours in this more than any of the others, actually. Love it. Love the little sayings underneath as well. And Winter in the Village. So yeah, again, you can stitch them separately. It gives you ideas. Love it. So they were quite cheap on Amazon. I think they're only about 8 and 9 quid. One was a bit more, but the other three were like not that pricey. Then I love The Witcher. So I got this. This is from Thread Geeks. And it's just called The Witcher. So the outside bit, this isn't stitched, so I'm going to do it on black, and then just stitch this. Love The Witcher. Love Henry Cavill. So yeah, it's more or less the full coverage, I think. Well, this is all full coverage anyway. Like I said, the black outline isn't. But yeah, I love that. Don't know when I'll start it. Then this I just bought randomly because we have a delightful domestic at work called Maggie, who I adore. She brings us crumpets every single Sunday. She doesn't need to. Insists on bringing us crumpets. Will never accept any money for them or anything. The woman works Saturday and Sunday with us on delivery suite, and then Monday to Friday she works in a school cleaning. Like, the woman never has a day off. I bought her a Christmas present once and she went into raptures over it. She's just the loveliest woman. So she said she loves the Me to You bears, and she bought a cross stitch kit, and her eyes aren't right good, so she just said no, she couldn't. Charlotte says she's thick, which she is not. So she said I'm too stupid to do it, so I thought I'm going to do a one as a surprise. It's only little. When I get round to it, I'll get it done. And it's got a teacup because she always makes us a tea trolley. And again, doesn't need to. But she always says, look, you lot work that hard. If I can't look after you, then why am I here? Just adore her. So yeah, so I've got that. That's my plan, to do that for her. Bought this at Create Nostalgia just because it was pretty. I'm not going to lie. So it's just a 32 count blue grey linen. And it were only £6. It was just in a like her offcuts thing. So I thought, right, I'm having that. And then this is what I got to do the busy notes on. 32 count linen just in latte. I've got a big enough piece to do several of them as well, so that's why it were £20. So it is a decent size, so it's like a long piece. I should be able to do several of them. And that is my shameful, embarrassing pile of stuff that I have bought. It is a bit shameful. A bit of me don't really care, and a bit of me is really embarrassed. But there you go. So then what I'll do is I have some favourite Flosstubers. So I will put their screenshotty things in next from their pages, and I'll list the shops that I've bought from at the bottom of the video. So if you have liked this video, please subscribe, and go visit all the other ones, other Flosstubers. So I'll put pictures up, but my favourites are Teresa Little Stitcher, Lancashire Stitcher, Fairy Floss Creates, The Irish Stitcher, Cross Stitch Bunny, Belushi Stitches, Cross Stitch Waluda, Cat V Stitches, Stitchy Sally, Mouse Potato Stitches, Yanni Stitcher, Burn Stitches, Flossie Sews and Grows, Little Loop Stitches, and Stitchy Steph. So please go visit them, because they are the ones that I have on my list, like a favourites list. They're the ones that I watch. As soon as their next video comes out, I'll watch it because I love it. Yanni Stitcher does hers, an English version, and I want to say Spanish, but don't quote me. As does Cross Stitch with Luda, although hers have slowed down because she is Ukrainian, so obviously not living in Ukraine at the minute, so her videos are as they come. But yeah, please like and subscribe. I'm going to try and aim to do the next one a bit sooner, but you never know, life happens. And I like the fact that my videos are quite short. I don't want really long ones. So there you go. That's it. Thank you for visiting. Bye.